Here's how to scale your UX practice at your current company. Hello and welcome, Nate from Userlytics here. Today, got a really awesome video for you. I'm gonna keep it nice and short. We're gonna be talking about how to scale your UX practice within your organization. So this is a complete guide to scaling user experience. Maybe your company is not exactly really well versed in UX, not really thinking about user-centric decisions. This is how we're gonna be able to spread UX within your organization. So let's jump into it. So first thing we wanna do is we want to understand why UX is important. Now, if we're in UX, if we're a UX designer or a researcher, it's very obvious why UX is important to us, but we need to be able to communicate that to our business stakeholders. So two really important things that are gonna catch their attention and really help us build UX within the company. Number one is conversion. UX is gonna help us bring more customers in. Brands with superior customer experience bring in 5.7 times more revenue than their competitors, right? So really, really important here that we're bringing in new customers with amazing experiences. So this is how we're going to be able to spread it. This is definitely like sales and marketing team right here. We definitely want to be able to communicate this to them. Next, we have retention. This is going to be more for like the account management side or customer experience sectors of our business. So retention helps us keep customers with proper UX. 88% of users are less likely to return after a bad user experience. So we're going to be losing people if we don't have a proper experience after they've already purchased. Okay, websites and apps with quality UX win in business. So we need to be able to communicate proper UX will help us win as a company. Okay, so now that we understand why UX is important, now we need to actually spread it within the company. So two things here, awareness and education. Very likely many departments or teams within your organization just simply don't know what UX is. They're not really thinking about user experience. So we need to make them aware of what it is and how it's helpful for them. Now we need to spread the word, but we need to spread it in the right way. We need to be able to show the other departments the end result of the UX research and not just the research itself. If we start throwing very complicated UX terms or metrics or different things that we found, they're not really going to be able to digest it very well because that's just not the language they speak. So we need to be able to show them, hey, we ran this type of research, we found this, and after we implemented a change, found this result. The positive results of our UX studies, this is where it's really going to maximize that communication and being able to spread this within the company. So don't show them specific UX things, show them how UX changed, whatever it is where you were testing. Okay, great. So now that we've actually shown them some of the positivity and all the great things that UX can do, it's time to teach them how to do it. Now, a couple of different ways you can do this. You could actually go in there and teach them how to run it yourself. That's pretty time dense. In the later slides, I'm going to be showing you how you're going to want to outsource this, but education is key to show those other departments where the UX research can be benefiting them, right? Because if we're just showing them, hey, we did this and we got these great results, they are maybe not going to be so interested, right? Because that's more of them, not us. So you want to show them, hey, here's how it can benefit you. I've seen this and that, right? We don't want to be like mean to them or anything, or like, hey, your thing is not very good, you need to change it. Instead, show them, hey, if we make a couple tweaks here and here, we want to run a little research and find out why customers are dropping off here or there. We can show them how that UX research can benefit them, and they'll be much more interested in actually conducting some research. Okay, so be the superstar that teaches your company to make user-centric decisions, especially if you're in a company that's maybe not so well versed in UX and not thinking about it. If you can be that person that really spreads awareness about UX and helps your company, this is a really big opportunity for you as a UX researcher, as a UX designer, to really grow your brand within the company. Hey, real quick, Nate from Userlytics here. Thank you so much for watching the video. Just wanted to say, if you need help building your UX studies or you want to scale your UX research team, email me right now at nbrown@userlytics.com so that we can get connected. I'm always here to help and it's free to get started. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, now super important here that we outsource the research, because new team members, new teams, new departments that aren't in UX, have never run research before, they are not going to be able to just out of nowhere start running a bunch of research. So don't rely on them. Even if you make the best case possible and you show them exactly what they would need to do, they're still pretty unlikely to go do it themselves because it's going to add to their workload. So don't rely on them. Teams who are not comfortable running research likely won't. All right, now use third-party research teams. This is what I would really encourage you to do, is just offload all of that research to a third party. This is going to ensure that you're not increasing their workload, but you're also not increasing your workload. Because likely if you have a bunch of different departments and you start telling everyone about UX, they're going to say, hey, can you do this for me? And all of a sudden you're going to have no more time to do what you were originally supposed to be doing. Outsource that to a third party. In the next slide, I'm going to be showing you how Userlytics can help you with this. But for now, whatever you have to do, outsource that to someone else so that you're not increasing everyone's workload, but you can still get that research done. Now, last thing about this is an outside perspective is really important. People are more likely to believe outside consultants as they have less bias, right? There's less emotions around the assets that they're testing. Super important for teams running research that aren't well versed in UX, because they're going to go out there and they're going to build tests that are very biased just because they're very emotionally attached to what they're testing. Make research available to new teams without increasing their workload. So important here. You can tell everyone about UX, but if they're going to have to spend hours and hours of their day to run research instead of doing what they were already doing before, they just simply won't do it. Now, all right, now just like I mentioned, Userlytics can do all of this for you. So don't feel like you have to go and spread the word and start running all this new research and getting everyone on board. You can outsource a lot of this. For example, you could reach out to me and I would be more than happy to give a webinar to your team, show you exactly how UX is going to maximize retention, conversion for your company, and how we can actually implement that. So we also have an internal research team at Userlytics. We call them the professional services team, and they can actually do research for you. They're very well versed. They can do many different languages, many different research methodologies. If you're interested, definitely reach out to me here. All right, that's all I got for you today. If you want to connect with me, I have a few different places you can do so. Maybe you are interested in using the Userlytics professional services team, or you want Nate to come in and be able to talk to your company about how we can scale UX and what it's going to actually do for your company. So go ahead and shoot me an email at nbrown@Userlytics. That's the best way to contact me. I'm very fast to respond. You can also shoot me a phone call, 786-508-1715. That is my direct line. If you call that number, I will pick up. It will be me. Also, have a few different social media pages. You can check out my Instagram and TikTok for daily videos where I talk about UX, talk about motivation, talk about sales, but mostly about UX. UX_Nate for both TikTok and Instagram. And then lastly, YouTube. You're likely watching it here, but check out other videos that just teach you how to do different things in UX. I hope this has been useful for you. I'll see you in the next one. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. I hope it was super insightful for you. Just wanted to say one more time, if you needed help with anything related to UX, email me at nbrown@userlytics.com so we can get connected. Now, until the next video, I hope you have the best day ever.